Nothing is scarier to a writer than the blank page. But why is the blank page so terrifying, so intimidating? That's my fellow wordsmiths. I'm Tim. I don't know about you, but for me, the blank page is absolutely intimidating. It taunts me, daring me to try to write my novel. But before we get into that, let's quickly get the necessities out of the way so we can dive into it. You can download my free Excel word count tracker. Like, subscribe, social, yeah, okay, good. Okay, let's get started, yeah. You sit in your desk chair, staring at your computer screen, seeing that blinking line, the top left corner of the screen. It's the only thing on that white canvas you're about to compose your novel. Instead of typing words of the opening chapter of your book, you just stare at that bloody cursor. It's hypnotizing as it just blinks at you as you try to figure out the right word to type to start your story. Instead, you just keep staring at that f***ing cursor. It just sits there, blinking away as it taunts you. You want to write a novel? A full novel, like 300 pages. A novel, 75,000 plus words. You want to do that. You who couldn't even be bothered to write that history paper that was due a month ago. Or you're going to write a novel. Sure you are. Go ahead. I dare you to start typing. That fucking annoying blinking line just keeps going. To get it to stop, all you have to do is start typing. Just type anything and it will stop blinking and the taunting will end. Somehow you manage to press that first key of the starting letter of the first word. That's it. You did it. The taunting has stopped. You're writing until you stop typing. Then that piece of shit starts blinking away again and the taunts begin. All over. This time, different. Really? That's the word you're going to use to start this novel off with. Okay, I can just hear the critics laughing at the word you chose to start off your book with. Or, really? That's the opening sentence? That one. The one you just finished. Okay. Then it just sits there, blinking away, waiting for you to crack under the pressure. Before you know it, you're hitting the backspace key, and that fucking cursor is laughing with every press of the button. I can't speak for anyone else's thoughts on the intimidation of the blank page other than myself. For me, the blank page, it can't remain blank if I want my novel to be written. And whose job is to fill it up?
To write it?
Mine.
This is what Stephen King was talking about in his quote. This is a quote I talked about and examined in my last video. The scariest moment is always right before you start. This is so true for writing. You realize you have to fill that empty page to write your book. But right before you're about to start, right before you're about to begin typing, every fear and worry you've had about this project comes flooding in to your brain. It doesn't matter that this is your first draft and it's going to be a hot piece of garbage when you finish, but you then can fix.
Nope.
It has to be perfect on
This draft.
Or you worry about what your beta readers, your agent, or even the people who will pick up the book off the bookstore shelf and read it think on how you started the novel off. The worst is it doesn't just pertain to the very first page. This happens every time you start a new scene or every time you just come to a new blank page. All those fears will start over, will come back. That fucking blinking cursor will just stare at you. Start the taunts all over again. There is good news. There are many solutions on how to overcome the taunts of the blank page. Out there on the interweb, there are many solutions. I even have my own that work very well for me. No, I'm not going to tell you making the page not blank means just start writing your novel.
That would be stupid and obvious.
Though at the same time, would easily solve the problem. However, you have to look at the blank page to do that. So my solution, however, just as obvious as the last one. And sadly, it took me over a decade to figure this out. What I mean by make the page unblank is just put something on it. It can be a list, a letter to your kid's teacher, anything. See, once there's text on the page, that scary blank page is no more. It's gone. If it has something on it, it's not a blank page. What I found was worked best for me is taking the summary of my scene and pasting it to the top of my skimmer page. See, once I've done that, ta-da! No longer blank. That evil blank page is gone. I have something on it. Yes, the tip only is helpful for outliners or planners. Pantsers doesn't mean it can't work for you. Just post your ideas on this page. Where you left off on the last scene or chapter, ideas you have or things you want to explore in this scene. Just post them here. You're still figuring out the story as you're going. It's just stuff you thought up as you were writing that you might want to include here. If you do this, you've broken the spell of the blank page because there's no more blank page. You've made it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, why not smash that like button and subscribe? Don't forget you can download my free Excel word count trackers. Speaking of my word count trackers, check out this video on how to use my Excel word count trackers. Just click that video and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.